let's go and add our fragment. So we're just going to right click on here and we're going to say new. We're going to go to fragment and we're going to choose fragment blank. And we're going to give this fragment a name, and I'm going to call mine current weather. We do not want a layout and we do not want the factory method. So we click finish, add this to Git if you're using Git, and we will have current weather all set up first with the on create view ready, everything that you do. And in my text view, I'm just going to say, oh, what have you done, Serena? In my text view, I'm just going to say, oh, why am I breaking everything? Hello, I am. Hello. Am I the fragment you have been looking for? Okay, clearly I have no life. Right, so now that we have that fragment in there and ready to work with, we can go and implement the fragment. I just want to do the toolbar as well. So I want to show you something. So remember in the previous videos I've spoken about the app bar, probably not quite as eloquently as I should have. So this is an app bar right here, and it says in its most basic form, the action bar displays the title of the activity on one side and an overflow menu at the other. And even in its simple form, the app bar provides useful information to the users and helps give Android's app a consistent look and feel. Now, this is where it changes. Beginning Android 2.1, all activities that use the default theme have an action bar as an app bar. However, app bar features have gradually been added to the native action bar over its various Android releases. As a result, the native action bar behaves differently depending on what version of the Android system or device you may be using. By contrast, the most recent features are added to the support library versions of Toolbar, and they are available on any device. For this reason, you should use the support library's Toolbar class to implement your activities app bars. Okay, and they will tell you how to do that. So, and that will just explain what I'm about to go and do. It is this little bit here. So I'm going to go into my app, and I'm going to go do that. So if you go under where you have your toolbar set up, you just want to go do the next thing. You want to go say set support action bar, and you see it expects a toolbar. So there we go. Now we've done that, and you will see that the look of our app will also change a bit. While that is running, and because this is Android and I can keep coding, let's go start setting up that view pager. So we're going to set up our view pager right underneath our Fuse location provider client. And all we're going to do is define. We are going to make a method called setup view pager, and we're going to pass it our view pager and end the line. View pager and end the line. And I wonder if it will, thank you, create that method for us. So that is the setup view pager method that we want to go fiddle with next. So in there, we are going to basically do this. We are going to go say view pager adapter equals new view pager adapter. You see it's the one we built, and it wants an overload. It's telling you, you told me I will get a fragment manager, and we will just say get support fragment manager. And you remember that from the other app is the guy we use to find and commit our fragments. So this adapter we are getting here is obviously that guy we built here. And you'll see in the constructor, it does ask for that fragment manager. Okay, so we go back into that main activity and we go do the rest. We go and implement our fragment. So we go say fragment today and just import fragment there. Late at night at this stage, I start being really scared that my code is breaking just because my brain is broken. So fragment today, and it's actually not today. So let's say fragment current weather equals, and I forgot something. We have to go change our today weather fragment to be a singleton. So let's go into that today weather fragment or current weather fragment and change this guy to be a singleton. So we are going to go say in here we are going to say private static current weather instance, and we are going to go and say, hey, that emulator is having a meltdown. Public static current weather public static current weather get instance, and inside here we're going to go say if instance is null, return new current weather, else just return instance. Okay, good. Now we have our singleton set up. I have just left out an S there. Okay, right. Because we can only call this fragment once and we only want one object of this fragment. So then we can say fragment current weather equals oh, what the hell's read? Equals current weather dot get instance, and then we say adapter dot add fragment, and I actually didn't make that method in the adapter, and we'll get there, I promise. So remember I said that in our adapter we are using fragments. We are using lists rather than using switch statements and so forth. So I actually have to add another method here. So we're just going to say public void add fragment, and it wants a fragment and a fragment title and a string title. And what this is going to do is it is going to take our fragment list and it's going to add the fragment to it, and it's going to take our fragment list titles and it is going to add that title to it. So if we now look what this little guy is going to do, then is we will have two lists there. The get item, like to figure out which list to display, it will look in that list, and right now we have two distinct items and it will get 0 or 1 as the position. Get count is how many do we have. It will get the size of fragment list and it will be 1 because, or 0 actually, because we've added one fragment, and sorry, it will be 0 up there as well. And then it will also get the right title, so it will display the correct fragment. So we can go say adapter dot add fragment, and then we add in our Don't want that. Our current, flip it. Our current weather, and then it will tell us it's wanting that string title, and we can say today. Right. So now that we have that done, we can go and do the rest. So I'm hoping you guys are following what I am doing here. So this is the easiest part. We now want tab, so we just go say, ooh, not here. I almost did it bad. Okay, so in now we go say view pager dot set adapter. So now we have our fragment. We are adding that fragment into the list in our adapter class, and we're setting that adapter to our view pager. So all that is left for us to do now is the following. We can go and we can say, we've got our view pager, we have set up our view pager, now we want our tabs to work, so we say tab layout dot set up with view pager. Look how easy this is, view pager. And if you watch that previous video of the Freaky Google guide, you would have seen all of this. So if we run this app now, our UI should look quite a bit different. And we should have most of our UI set up so that when we return to this app, we can pull the JSON with retrofit, chunk it, and display it. So I'm just going to give this app a minute to install. Just for interest sake, all the files that are red are files that I have had made changes to that is not reflecting in GitHub. But I will manually use the GitHub library to do that. Okay, let's see if it will load or if it will crash. Ah, it broke. Let's see why it broke. Oh, that's wonderful. It also won't tell us why it broke. So let's just see if we can get an error out of this guy. Am I on a dead emulator? No, no. Okay. I'm going to run it one more time so that I can find the error. Yeah, I probably forgot to do something. You just love it when your app breaks with absolutely no error. Okay, I will sort out that error and we will discuss it in the next video.